सबसे गुणों के मोती चुनो, दानी बनो वरदानी बनो, दानी बनो वरदानी बनो।
Om Shanti, good evening. Today we are very fortunate to have Sister Sudha with us. Sudha Ben is the General Director of Brahma Kumaris in Moscow and also Chairperson of Council of Trustees of Brahma Kumaris Centers in Russia, CIS and Baltic countries. So Sudha Ben is a senior teacher of Raj Yoga with a rich experience of service for over 45 years, both in India and abroad. Born in Delhi, Didi was very fortunate to have come to Baba at a very young age, and while being a godly student, she finished her Laukik education in Masters in Science, and she was very fortunate to be mentored by our senior brother Jagdish Bhai, Chakradari Didi and Dadi Gulzar. And from 1989, Sudhaben was sent for service to former Soviet Union, and she became instrument in opening centers in the region. And also Sudhaben has participated in many national and international conferences and was also a recipient of many public awards, medals, and support and congratulation letters from Russian Federation and Government of Moscow. And also Sudhaben was also coordinator and organizer of many service projects in last 2 decades. To name a few, over 50 service projects, but to name a few, projects like Women and Family Values, Golden Morning, Relay Race of Positive Change, I Choose Benevolence, Day of Remembrance, A Day Without Accident. So many such projects she initiated.
Revise yesterday's Avyakt Murli. I have titled it like this: Revise, Realize and Reignite. Revise the basics of knowledge. Realize your elevated role and reignite the lamp of hope and happiness by maintaining courage. So I would like to revise yesterday's Murli, keeping these 3 words: in my mind, revise, realize, and reignite. So, as always, Baba started yesterday Murli praising his children. Baba always begins the Murli, Avyakt Murli, with so many words of praise, elevated praise. And yesterday, the words used by Baba were that you are most elevated children, the ancestor souls of the whole tree, the worship-worthy souls, the roots of the tree, the trunk of the tree, the image of support, and also Baba said, just think of your seat in Paramdham. You are so close to the Father. So Baba, actually when in every Murli, so to say, when Baba praises the children, on one hand, Baba increases their self-respect, and Baba expresses his respect for the children by using such beautiful words. And on the other hand, Baba makes the children realize, or maybe you can say Baba wishes the children to realize their responsibility, their role. So when Baba says, for example, you are the images of support, what does it mean? And support for the entire tree. Just realize who you are. Realize who you are. So when Baba praises the children, children are really very happy. But at the same time, the same Baba did yesterday, Baba wished to remind us of our elevated role. What we are supposed to do now, keeping in awareness, who am I and what is the present time, what is the call of the time or the need of the time or the need of the souls. So Baba expressed this in few words. For example, Baba said that your first role, being the roots, the ancestors, the trunk, is that you should sustain every leaf of this tree. Every branch, every sub-branch, and the last leaf of this tree should be sustained by you. That means you have to give sakash. Sakash of the powers received from the Father. The roots are connected to the seed. So the sakash of the powers received from the Father should reach the last leaf. Even the last soul who has not probably yet come from Paramdham is yet to arrive. So this is our role. So, how strong and powerful I should be as the root of the tree and as the trunk of the tree. And to what extent I should feel that mercy, that concern, like ancestors, just think of your grandparents, for example. If I think of my grandparents, I have not seen my great grandparents, but grandparents even, you just bring for them a glass of water and the blessings will shower on you. Live long, my child. Be healthy. You do just little and the blessings are showered. So Baba says that you are the ancestor souls. So your second role, not just as ancestors, but as worship-worthy souls, is to give blessings. To give blessings through your drishti, through your vritti, that is attitude, through your words, and through your bhavna. Yesterday, someone asked this question, what is bhavna? What is bhavna? Do you understand? What is bhavna? The word bhavna has the word bhav in it. Bhavna can be negative and also positive. If I do not have a good feeling towards someone, my bhavna will be bad. In Hindi it is called durbhavana. And if I have good feelings for someone, good wishes, pure feelings for someone, then I have good bhavna. Baba says, bless even with your bhavna. That means what kind of feelings I should have for each soul so that they feel blessed by coming in contact with me. Baba said, just even by drishti, even at the level of thoughts, there should not be anything except blessings. So if I am an ancestor and a worship-worthy soul, Baba gave the example of the images in the temple. Always blessing. It's interesting that images are images made of clay or stone or just paintings. But people, the devotees, the bhagats, feel blessed when they go there. From there, where those images have that power, that strength? From where? They were made by some sculptor, some artist, the one who does not have any knowledge, but the people feel blessed. It's interesting. So it is, Baba says it is because you played this role at the confluence age, and these vibrations continue till copper age and iron age. So without knowledge, the sculptors, the artists, the painters, they feel and they make those images in such a way that their eyes speak. They speak blessings. Their pose speaks. That vibration of mercy and compassion and love and mercy is filled in every part of their body. So Baba says your role is to give blessings to every soul. Then Baba also said your role is to liberate the souls from sorrows and peacelessness. Now all are experiencing a lot of sorrow. There is so much of peacelessness in the world. And your task is to liberate them from sorrow and peacelessness. This is my role. So how much I should be full of hope and happiness and courage and faith to be able to liberate the souls from sorrows and peacelessness. Then Baba also said that you need to help the souls to become obstacle-free, problem-free, free of problems or obstacle-free, and help them move forward. So, actually, when we think of role in these words as told, so you will feel this is called sustenance. What is sustenance? When we say the dadis sustained us, what did they do? What did they do? They didn't sit and maybe to someone they fed. Yes, maybe some they put toli in our mouth. Once, twice, 10 times, maybe more. But not every day, not every time. So what was that sustenance? This is that sustenance. And so we need to realize that role of ours to become truly worthy of that praise which Baba gives us by using most elevated words. And this is why it's so interesting that after praising, when Baba wanted to remind us of our role, Baba asked us a few questions. And we need to ask these questions to ourselves. If I really want to fulfill these roles of giving sakash, giving blessings, liberating the souls from obstacles, problems, sorrow, sufferings, and so on, I need to ask these questions to myself. So I noted from the Murli 7 questions. So the first question is, Baba said, do you consider yourself to be such an elevated soul, the ancestor of the whole tree? Do you consider? One is that Baba says this. But Baba is asking, do you consider yourself to be such an elevated soul, the ancestor of the whole tree? Yes or no? Ask yourself. And if I do not consider, I can't play this role, right? I can't play this role. So this is why I said I wanted to say this class: revise, realize, and reignite. Revise the lesson of the Kalpatree. We all must have given course to many people, many of us at least. Many times we have talked about Kalpatree, but we need to revise it with the self. So Baba asked this question: do you consider yourself to be such an elevated soul, the ancestor of the whole tree? And then second, do you have the intoxication? Not just responsibility, but do you have the intoxication and self-respect of being an ancestor? It's different. Do you have the intoxication and the self-respect of being an ancestor of all the souls of the entire tree? The third question which Baba asked was very, very important. Do you remain aware of that you are an instrument for the souls of the whole world? Instrument. Ancestor, self-respect, intoxication. But here instrument, just instrument. Means I do not forget the Karan Karavan Har. So do you remain aware that you are an instrument for the souls of the whole world? And then, along with that, Baba asked, are you really concerned about world service, or you have thoughts only about service connected to your center? So we need to ask these questions to the self. Are you really concerned about world service, or do you only have thoughts about the service, how to increase the service of your center? The fourth, can you listen to the call of the souls? Come, have mercy, forgive us. Can you listen to the call of the souls? Baba asked 2 times, are you able to listen? Or sometimes when we don't realize our role, unlimited role, we do not listen what is important. We listen many useless things, but important things are missed out. Then, connected with the listening to the call, Baba asked, do you, ancestor and worship-worthy souls, feel mercy over your progeny? Do you feel mercy? They are, as Brahma Baba is great-great-great-grandfather, Baba said this. Children are also master great-great-great-grandfathers. So that means they are the children, the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren, and great-great-great-great-grandchildren, and so on. We are the roots. So do you feel mercy so that to liberate them from sorrow and peacelessness? Very, very deep question. Do you meet every soul of every religion? And I would like to add here, every nationality, every culture, every language, every race. But Baba said, do you meet every soul of every religion with the feeling that you are ancestors for these souls too? That they are the branches of the same tree and they belong to you. And therefore, the next part of this question, do every soul belonging to any religion, nationality, and so on, gets this feeling from you that you belong to them? That you are not alien, you are not foreign, you are theirs. If you feel that they are yours, if they get this feeling from you, only then they will say that you are not a foreign person, not alien, you are ours, you are mine. Like it happened in Pakistan, when after partition of India, for 3 years Yajna was there, and we all know the history, how there was so much of violence against Hindus, and how they were killed and so on, and sent to Bharat. But Baba's children stayed there for 3 more years, absolutely safe, and rather not just safe, but the people there did not want them to go. They cried when Shiv Baba said that now you should shift from here and go to India. I have heard such stories. They came to that ship where everything was loaded, and they didn't want, holding the ship should not move. They didn't want. Because they felt that they are ours. Allah log, they used to say them. Allah log, the God's people. People of Allah, Khuda. So Baba said, ask yourself this question. When you meet people of any religion, do you have this feeling? Or instantly this thought comes, this is this one, this is this one. It's very important. Then further, another question which Baba asked was, do you always have the intoxication that even your images, non-living images, are worshipped in such a special way? And moreover, when children replied yes, Baba said, okay, very good, you have replied yes, but what after this? Then Baba said, always, constant. So if I am worshipped, that is, my images are worshipped. So what is worshipped? What is worshipped? Purity is worshipped. Purity is worshipped. So, do you have the intoxication that even my images are worshipped in such a special way? So, and the highest level of purity is, as Baba, ever pure being, the purifier, who considers that all are mine. And same is Prajapita Brahma, the father of humanity. all are mine. This is the highest level of purity. So, Baba, by asking such questions, maybe there are 1, 2 more, by asking such questions, Baba wanted us to realize our role. Until I say yes to every question here, until I reach that stage of saying yes to all the questions, I can't play this role as Baba wants me to play. Agreed? Yes? So this is why, I read these questions very slowly, hopefully you have noted them, and just ask these questions to yourself. And then comes what is to be done and how. What is to be done and how. So here Baba talked about 4 things. Number 1, Baba said, you need to, first of all, become free from obstacles. And as I understood, Baba meant obstacles created by people. There are obstacles created by our own body, obstacles created by nature, obstacles created by, some financial problems and so on. But Baba probably specially meant here obstacles which are created by people. That means situation created by people. People don't create obstacles, but they create situations. But I look at these situations as obstacles or as examination or as opportunity. It depends upon me. So Baba wants me to be obstacle free so that to free the souls from their obstacles. If I am free, that means I have the experience. I become the authority of experience. How not to change a situation into an obstacle. How to have that strength to see the situation, even a difficult situation, like an opportunity or an examination. Maybe a difficult examination, but not an obstacle which stops me, which I cannot cross. So Baba says, first of all, you have to become obstacle free, and for that, the guidance, look at every soul with the vision of soul consciousness. Baba says, yes, you do practice it, but very little. Baba gave the example of the beginning of the yagya. Dadis used to say that whenever any soul used to enter, they used to say, "Oh soul, you have come." Their language was like that. They used to look at the soul, "Oh my soul, you have come. Aho mam atma." Welcome. So, by practicing this, it became their sanskar. And this is why, as I told in one of the last classes, Brother Jagdish, he did not understand when he listened to the sisters first time in a gathering, but he said that I very deeply realized and understood, if at all I will find God, I will find through these sisters. Because their drishti, their vibrations were very, very special. So Baba said, if you want to be obstacle free, practice looking at every soul with soul conscious vision. And that too, soul with their original beauty, their original sanskars. Yes, at this time, a soul can have some such sanskar which you don't like, which maybe are not even according to Baba's knowledge, Baba's Srimad, Baba's Maryada taught by Baba. But Baba says, don't look at the soul with those present sanskars. Look at the soul with her original beauty and have good wishes and pure feelings for that soul. And your good wishes and pure feelings will transform the soul, at least for some time. At least for some time. Then this soul is no more an obstacle for you. So that means that not the soul is an obstacle, but my state of mind becomes an obstacle. My vision becomes an obstacle. I look not at the soul, but I look at the person. I look at the person through the prism of his negativities, his negative behavior. And so, I don't want to face this person. I don't want to look at this person. I don't want to be friendly with this person because this person creates obstacles for me. But not the person. Baba says your own vision. This is why it is say, as the vision, so the world. Jaisi drishti, vaisi srishti. As the drishti, so the srishti. So everything is visible to you as is your drishti. And then Baba said, you need to remember that you are a soul who is Dani, Mahadani and Vardani. You are a soul who is Dani, Mahadani and Vardani. That is a donor, a great donor, and the bestower of blessings. Then, second thing which Baba said was that you need to keep on blessing every soul, even a soul who opposes you. Baba gave the example of Brahma Baba. The maximum opposition was faced by Brahma Baba. But what was Baba's thought? You must have heard that example. Baba said, if somebody defames you, consider him your friend. And this is what Brahma Baba did. These are not just words, these are practical stories. So why? Because Baba had this feeling, anyway, this is my child. This belongs to my family. So when my attitude towards that soul changes, that soul also begins to change. So the same we need to do. If somebody opposes us, we must not forget, particularly a Brahmin, this belongs to our family, Baba's family. So in Brahmin family, no one is my enemy. If no one is my enemy in the whole world, how can there be an enemy in Brahmin world? I am not against anyone. So, and the third thing which we need to do is, Baba said, before the time or this comes to an end or time changes, time keeps on changing, but a big change, the final change from Iron Age to Golden Age, before that happens, change yourself. And change yourself in what? Stop doing 3 things. Stop doing 3 things. What is that? Do you remember? Parchintan, Pardarshan, and Parmat. Do you all understand the meaning of these? Parchintan, thinking about others, particularly their weaknesses. Parchintan. Or it can be worrying about others. This is also Parchintan. One is having good wishes for others, but good wishes without worry. If the good wishes and worry mix together, so this is alloy, the good wishes won't work. Worries will have more power. Worries will work and the situation will become more critical. Pure good wishes, without worries. So no parchintan. Think of yourself. Swachintan. Or another chintan is called Prabhu Chintan. So thinking of the self and thinking of God. Prabhu Chintan. No parchintan. So if I am engaged in Swachintan, thoughts about my true self and thoughts about God, Prabhu Chintan, there is no time for Parchintan. And there is a saying, Parchintan is the way to fall. And Swachintan is the ladder to rise. So, and I need to play a very important role to uplift all the souls of the world, to bring benefit to all the souls of the world. So no parchintan. And no pardarshan. Everybody knows Svadarshan Chakra, Swadarshan. Swa means soul, darshan means knowledge, or darshan means seeing. So no pardarshan, I don't see what others are doing. The question main is, what am I doing? Dadi Janki used to say, mujhe kya karna hai? That one is doing this one is doing this, third one is doing this, but what are you doing? How are you concerned about this one is not doing this was not coming in the class, this one is sleeping in the class, this one is missing Amrit Vela, this one is speaking very loudly, but what are you doing? That one is doing this, and you are only observing them. Each one of them is doing one mistake and you are doing 5. Right? So, pardarshan leads to parchintan. Baba says, don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. It actually requires the feeling of being an ancestor. Ancestors have big heart. Even young parents don't have such big heart. Grandparents have a very big heart. Young parents have a lot of expectation from their children. Grandparents don't have. They only give. They only give. Yes, so many of you are grandparents. They only give. So until you feel you are an ancestor, you can't stop doing parchintan and pardarshan. Because there is a lot of expectation from others. Others should do this. They should become better. They should change. And this is why Baba asked those questions. Do revise the Murli with yourself and try to read it deeply. And the third is Parmat. And Baba actually to Parmat said it is bad company. Parmat is the same as bad company. Kusang, very serious word. It is bad company. Listening to the dictates of others, following the dictates of others' mind. Others means anyone's mind who is influenced by Maya. That is called Parmat. And Baba said Parmat means Kusang, bad company. So if somebody tries to misguide you, Baba says you should have the courage to say, I cannot do this. I will not do this. Have courage. Don't think that if I say no, I will be scolded because this person is senior to me, or this person is my friend. If I say no, I will be left alone. Or this person has been supporting me all the time, therefore I also need to support him, whether wrong or right. No. Bad company makes you drown. And good company takes you across. So no Parmat. No Manmat, no Parmat, only Shrimat. Only Shrimat. And so don't do these three things, stop doing these three, but begin to do one. Or do only that one. And that also starts the word from par, but it is paropkari, means par upkari, means bring benefit to everyone, uplift everyone. That should be the aim of your life. So stop doing those three parchintan, pardarshan, parmat, and begin to do one, par upkari, become parupkari. Be in that stage. I am a well-wisher of all. I am a master world benefactor soul. I am the lighthouse for the whole world. This is called paropkari. And then the fourth thing which Baba said is to be done is begin it now. Begin it now, otherwise it will be too late. Because then you will not have the practice of a long time. Actually, the Murli was of 2004. Now it is 2023. 19 years have already passed. But still, because the Murli was revised, Baba says, begin it now. So still giving the chance. Look how merciful is Baba. How much compassion and love Baba has for all of us. So begin now. Otherwise it will be too late. So the essence, Baba's words of praise, which remind us of our role And for reminding our role, Baba asks a few questions, and then Baba explains, like a very good teacher, step by step, what is to be done and how is to be done. And after making us realize that you are the master great-great-grandfathers, the world benefactors, the paropkari souls, the ancestor, the worship-worthy souls, the image of support, Baba wanted us to do the spiritual drill. So now let us do that spiritual drill for 2 minutes, and then I'll take leave from you. Baba guided that stabilize yourself in the stage of an ancestor. So bring the picture of Kalpa tree in front of you. Better look at this Kalpa tree not as it is shown in the pictures, but as it actually is, the inverted Kalpa tree. The seed is at the top. In Paramdham. And I am the root. Connected to the seed. And also the trunk. And as trunk, connected to every leaf, every soul. Even the matter, the elements of nature. I am in the stage of lighthouse. A bestower, a guide, and while remaining connected with the Supreme Lighthouse, I allow the rays of light and might reach every soul. These rays of light reach the souls and ignite the lamp of hope. The souls feel comforted. They see the ray of hope and peace and happiness. Through that pure love which touches the hearts of the souls. The souls feel light and enlightened. There is a feeling of having found the way to liberation and salvation. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sudha Ben, for revising the Murli, making us realize our role and also reignite our enthusiasm to play the role. Thank you. And we'll continue meditation till 7:30.